Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode in the world of geometry. Alright, so let's begin. First of all, we have a pair of vertical angles. So you know already what vertical angles are, right? Vertical angles are kagaya ng mga, yung mga ganito. Those are vertical angles. But the clue there is, it says that one of the angle is 90 degrees. One angle measures 90 degrees. You want to see the 90-degree angle? Do you know? Yan. This angle measures exactly 90 degrees. Now, it's our job to solve for every missing angle that you see there. And then, at the end, we have a vertical angles word problem. So, we need to solve for every angle like GAB, BAD, FAC, and so on. Alright? So first of all, let's solve for the following. Now we know this one. We have a clue here. This is a right angle. And then two of these angles are congruent. How do we solve for that one? To solve for that one, that's very easy, diba? You know that the sum of the measure of the interior angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. So therefore, if this is 90 degrees, since this is 90 degrees, what should the remnant angles measure? If your answer is 45, you are correct. So therefore, this is 45 degrees, and this must measure also 45 degrees. So both 45 degrees, alright? To double check or to verify with a calculator, yes, it should be, okay? Yes, even in that perspective, it should be, alright? So 45 degrees, everything. Now, we already got 45 degrees for everything. 45 degrees and 45 degrees. Now, here's the catch. But don't worry, with all these clues, we can solve for anything. Next, we have this right angle, diba? So you know this is a right angle. Because that's a corner. So we need to get some angle that will sum up to make 90 degrees from 45. And what's the answer? 45 again, yet again. So this also measures 45 degrees. Kapag sinum up tayo yan, we should get 90 degrees, diba? Let's see if we're correct. Yes, we should get 90 degrees. Okay? And then since we have another typical right angle that you see right over here, what must be the measure of this angle? 45 again, very good. So this angle measures 45 degrees yet again. So it's like a 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Right? Puro right isosceles triangles naman to ah. Anyway, and then can we now solve for the others? Yes, we can. What about this one? Do you know what's the measure of this one? If your answer is 45 degrees, you are still correct. How can you say it's 45 degrees? Kasi po, remember, angle BAE forms a straight angle. So we know that they're supplementary. If one angle measures 90, then the other angle measures 45. The remnant angle should also measure 45 to make it 180. Because 45 plus 45 equals 90. Moreover, 90 plus 90 equals 180. So yan, 45. And then, applying the vertical angle concept, we should get 45 degrees here. But since there are two angles that are congruent on both pairs, what does it mean? What's the measure of that angle? So therefore, ang gagawin namin, 45 divided by 2. So therefore, this becomes 22, 44. So tama, it becomes 22.5. So therefore, these two angles must measure 22.5 degrees. Okay? Now, what about for the remnant angle? Do you know what's the measure? You can add up everything and then subtract that from 360, or you can play the game of supplementary angles. To make things quicker, let's play supplementary angles naman. You know that this is a straight angle na naman. So 45 plus what gives you 180? If your answer is 135, you are simply correct. Okay, so 135 to, okay? 135, are you there? Are you 135? Yes, you are. Ta-da! Alright, so now we're done. Not yet, we're still not yet done because we just worked on the basic vertical angles. Now, remember just like what I told you, meron kaming word problem dito. First, we have to solve for the measuring angle. We have angle GAB. Nasaan yung GAB? GAB. And that's easy. 22.5 degrees, di ba? 22.5 degrees. Next, BAD. Going back to our problem. BAD. So, we should get 45 for BAC and 90 for CAD. So, therefore, we have 135 degrees. Very good. Check with using a protractor. Kahit hindi na, okay lang yan. Basta we do know it's 135 degrees. Okay? Now, for FAC. FAC. Halatang halata right angle to So, therefore, that's 90 degrees. Because this 22.5 forms to be 45 degrees. Do I remember when we played vertical angles? Ito dapat ang measure ng dalawa. 45. So, therefore, this should be 45 plus 45, edi 90. Now, angle EAF. EAF. Yan, 135 degrees. Halatang halata. Very simple. Next, DAE. DAE, are you ready? DAE. 45, very good. That's still 45 degrees. Just trace it. CAG. For CAG. Ayan. It's 45 plus 22.5, which makes it 67.5 degrees. Yan. Diba? Just simply add 22 to 22 and ano yun? 22 and 45 to give you 67. Next, last but not least, FAB. Edi 45. Yan. We got it. We got all the angles. Now, that's the game of vertical angles. Now, here's some chain reaction that you want to see. Take a look at this. Remember, this is a right angle, right? So, if you have a right angle here, and then this is also a right angle. So, what must be the remnant measure of the trapezoid? If your answer is just 45 degrees, you are simply correct. 45 to, di ba? So, 45 degrees to. Because 90 plus 90 is 180. 180 plus 135 equals 315. 360 minus 315, we should get 45. So, that's the measure of the remnant angle. 45 degrees. Now, here's another chain reaction. We have another right angle that you see right over here, di ba? Because we know that's a right angle, it's in the corner. Now, it says here that this angle measures 80 degrees. What should be the measure of this angle? If your solution were 80 minus 45, you are correct. So, what must be the remnant answer? 35. Very good. 35 degrees to, okay? So, the measure of that angle is 35. To check with my protractor, we know that we should get 45 here, di ba? Yes, but not quite, but almost. Tapos this one, we should get 80. Yes, we should be. And then this is 35. Yes, very good. Now, if we got 35 degrees for this angle, what must be the measure of this angle here because we have another right triangle? Very good. 90 plus 35 to give you 125. And 180 minus 125, ganito siya. This becomes 55. So, the remnant angle must measure 55 degrees. Yan. Did you get it right? Very good. Now, here's another chain reaction. We know that this is a right angle. So, therefore, this must measure 35. And then this one is also a right angle, right? So, right angle na naman to. Now, what must be the measure of this angle? Yup. Here we go again with triangles. We should get 55 degrees. Wow, you see? Inscribed angle triangle formula, di ba? Parang chain reaction lang tayo sa mga angles na yun. So, to verify with a protractor, almost to 35, but it's okay. And then 55, are you 55? Not quite, pero okay lang yan. Although it's not really that drawn to scale, pero it's part of the word problem. Okay? And then this one, tukol sa polygon na yan, we have another right angle here. Moreover, we should also have this angle. Diba, remember, if this measures 80 degrees, therefore, the remnant angle must measure 100 degrees. Okay? So, 100 degrees dapat to. And then, since we have 15 degrees here, 55 degrees here, therefore, we apply the supplementary. So, therefore, what should be the measure of that angle? If your answer is 125, you're correct. Yes. So, to verify, protractor. Okay, protractor, do your thing. Yan, 125 to. Tapos, ito yung 100. Yan. Now, last but not least, let's also solve for the remnant angle. This is a quadrilateral though. Although it doesn't look anything much like specifically like a quadrilateral, it's still a quadrilateral though because it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now what do we need to do now? Just add up everything so you can get the remnant angle. So 90 plus 100 is 190. 190 plus 125 equals 315. So 315 degrees. 360 minus 315, edi 45 na naman tayo ulit. For mga 45 naman to ah. Ewan ko bakit kaya. 45. Alright? So we got 45 degrees for the measure of that remnant angle. Yan, it makes sense. So if that measures 45 degrees, we should have this one as 135. Tama? And then 45 degrees again. And then this one, actually I would let you solve for the angles for this one, but I think not anymore. Alright? Let's just stop up to there only. And then last but not least, tukol sa obtuse triangle. Diba remember you have another clue? If you have 22.5 degrees here, and then supplementary, apply the supplement, we should get 135 degrees. So what must be the remnant measure here? Itong angle na to. Very good. 135 plus 22.5. What's the answer? 0.5 and then 7, 157.5. Now we need to subtract that from 180. Cross out the ones, we should get tama. So therefore, the remnant angle must measure 22.5. Parang siyang isosceles ah. Ewan ko bakit. Pero anyway, if I were to double check using the protractor, let's see if it makes sense. 22.5, are you there? Yes, you should be. And you got it. You're on target. So now we've already formed the chain reaction of angles. Good job on playing the game with me. Hey, moreover, did you know I forgot to mention that this guy is also a large right triangle. So as you can see, if this measures 45 degrees, we know this angle must also measure 45 degrees. And then 90 degrees. Diba? So halatang-halata right triangle to. And then this one, trapezoid. 100 plus 35, edi 135 degrees. Because of 45, diba? Then if you look at the next trapezoid, ito yun. 45, 90, 90, 135. Then this one, wow! Parang siyang chain reaction na. But anyway, I will teach you how to solve for the perimeter and area of this in another video. But for now, just enjoy my angle word problems. Thank you very much and see you next time in our next video.